Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Carl. Today, I want to talk about being prepared for things to go wrong. So, being ready for accidents to happen, or being ready for something bad to happen. I know that people talk about having a positive mindset, but at the same time, we want to be prepared in the event that things don't go the way that we planned. And I have a couple of examples here. This isn't really preparedness, but this is preparing your mindset. So I remember taking taxis in Beijing, and the taxi drivers would get very upset and curse and scream and yell obscenities because there was a lot of traffic. There was a traffic jam and people were blocking their way. And I couldn't understand how they could be so upset when it happens every single day. You know something bad is about to happen, so you need to stay calm. And you expect it, that something bad is going to happen. It shouldn't surprise you. It shouldn't upset you, especially if you have to deal with it every day, right? So that's one example, is having your mindset prepared for something bad or an accident to happen. And the second example I want to give, which is a more of a positive example, is preparing for something bad to happen. And that example is Michael Phelps, the Olympic gold medalist swimmer. So if you remember back to the Beijing Olympics in 2008, he won so many medals. I think he might have won the most medals in the Olympics as a single participant, a single athlete. So I remember hearing about this before, and I just Googled to make sure that it was true and not a rumor. But it was said that Michael Phelps trained with his eyes closed, so he could swim the length of the pool without looking at the bottom of the pool or seeing the end of the pool. And then I Googled it to check the facts, and it said that he took a Sharpie, that's like a black marker, a permanent marker, and he colored in on the inside of his swim goggles. So he basically swam blind. He couldn't see anything. When he was swimming, he had to count the exact number of strokes during his training so that he would know when he was about to reach the wall. So he was swimming blind. And why did he do that? Well, it helped him. Obviously, it helped him win. But can you imagine what would happen if you're swimming and then all of a sudden water got in your goggles and you were depending on your vision to know how far to swim before you reach the wall to turn around? Well, he prepared for that event by taking away his vision in advance and swimming with his goggles blackened out so that he couldn't see. And I think that that's just a really cool story, and it shows that he was ready for his technology, so to speak, his goggles, to fail him. And so in his training for the big competition, he would swim blind with his goggles blackened out. And I'm here on the internet, and let me see. Let me find, if I can find what they said on the internet. This is a quote by Michael Phelps. "I have some goggles that are pretty much colored in with a Sharpie," said Phelps. "It helps swimmers to turn before hitting the wall as they count the number of strokes or use various other methods. Phelps mastered his turns and underwater swimming. So that's it. This episode was just about being prepared for accidents to happen or for limitations of technology failure, to prepare for that in advance and what you can do. And this can this can apply to your situation. So another example is maybe your GPS goes out on your phone. And so before you make a trip, you can download the maps to your phone, or you could even go old school and hand draw a map of where you're trying to go, because you know that maybe GPS will go out, or maybe your phone runs out of batteries altogether. I had that happen one time. My phone overheated and then shut down, and I didn't have any GPS. So you need to expect problems to happen before they happen, and then once a situation comes up, you're more prepared for how to react no matter what happens. Okay, that's the lesson for today. Swimming blind with Michael Phelps. Thank you for listening. I'm Carl of the Streetwise English Podcast. And leave me a comment, guys. I put out these podcasts for you. Let me know if they're too easy, too difficult, if I'm speaking too fast or too slow. And if you'd like more podcasts like these, short ones under 10 minutes. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.